If I had to give any advice, I would say never let anything or anyone tell you or hold you back from your true potential. Um, because who you are today will not be who you are tomorrow. I know in my journey, I had some naysayers. I had a lot of people who encouraged me as well. A lot of people who I feel was kind of put in my life to keep me out of trouble and keep me on the right path. But at the same time, like I say, there were people that were skeptics. There were people who were pessimists, that projected their fears and their doubts into me and my situation. And I knew as a kid not to, let that affect me or let that have any type of output on how I look at life and where I knew I was going to be in life. I mean, just take it from me. Like, I come from very humble beginnings. Like, I'm from the hood, you know what I mean? Rochester, New York, born and raised. I can't say that, we were the poorest kids on the block, but we damn sure weren't the richest. I like to say that my family was very ghetto fabulous. At least my mom's side of the family. Hell, my dad's side too. My mom was a hairstylist at the time. Her husband also was a hairstylist and a barber. They worked their way up to the ranks. They had one of the most popular and just most money generating hair salons in the city of Rochester. It was lit, you know what I mean? But also, this is the 90s. They was living it up. Spending money on weed and liquor all throughout the day at the shop, eating out. They partied from damn near Tuesday to Sunday because my stepdad was a DJ. So like, there's good and bad that comes with that, right? Like, on one hand, I have friends who parents had actual corporate jobs and they had a little more structure, and they got the things that I didn't get. Their parents would just give them money to go to the mall and get the stuff they wanted. I mean, well, certain friends, because I also had other friends who had single family homes. Their mom worked, a job as well, and she wasn't able to get all of that stuff for them, because it was three of them, you know what I mean? But at the same time, I just feel like I was able to overcome that. Like, my dad was in my life. He was in a separate home, separate house. I moved with him and his ex-wife, God bless her dad, when I was in the 10th grade. And that's kind of where I got some of that structure and just the next level of manhood, which I believe that every male needs. Just being able to wake up every day and see my dad and be around my dad, watch how he moves. Some of the things, good or bad, I still take to this day with me from that period of time. I can't necessarily say that many people knew that I would be where I am now today. Some people probably had an idea, but not everybody knew. Not everyone could say, yo, this kid is special. Um, but there were people. But nonetheless, I never let any of the noise, good or bad, deter me from what my mission was. I knew that I was going to be a multi-platinum producer, a Grammy award-winning, Billboard #1 having multi-platinum producer. And I knew that I was going to have a long career. I've been in the game for about 7, 8 years now, consistently, still putting out records, still getting placements, still producing at the highest level. I still have some monuments and some places that I want to go, some personal goals that I want to accomplish, but that's just me personally. But if the chapter ended tomorrow and the book closed tomorrow, I did it. I won. You know what I mean? I came from the slums to where I am now. My kids live a different lifestyle than I lived. You know what I mean? Like, that's what it's about in my life.